Hello, beautiful people. You're outside with me right now. I'm picking some grapes off of my grapevines. My grapevines, they really took a beating this year. So, um, I'm at a loss. It seems like every 5 minutes there's a new bug on there, and I didn't put anything on them. I didn't put any of the insecticide duster because that stuff's scary to use, You don't know what it's doing to you. So I thought that while I was out here yanking grapes, see, like this is what I'm up against here. And this one's looking good. Let me just show you. Look at all of those shriveled up grapes on there. Ugh. So I'm just going to take whatever's good and throw them in the fridge and hope that if there's like bugs involved, they'll freaking refrigerate. So, I thought I would do a journal to Bliss while I was outside, since it was like 100 degrees today, and then all of a sudden it cooled right off this afternoon. We didn't have any storms. I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden the temperature went down about 10 degrees. So, hey, you know what? I'll take it. The idea that I've had rolling around in my head lately, but I haven't been able to do it myself, and I hope that you can do it, is about going out places. When I was 16, because I had my license, in my home neighborhood, there was, not a neighborhood, but the next town over from me, there was a dead-end road that led to, there was like a driveway at the end of it that led to a little opening where there was train tracks. And I used to go there a lot, actually, and watch the trains. So then I had gotten this idea that I'd take my journal with me, and while I waited for trains to come through, I would write. So that's what I did. And then it became a thing. After I graduated, I would go there. After I graduated high school, I'd go there. And actually right up until I got pregnant with Lily, my oldest, I was going to the train tracks, and I was spending time, just a couple hours here and there, writing. And the difference that I experienced going there was that it shifted my perspective on what I was writing about, or things that I wanted to address, or, outlooks on different problems or decisions that I was up against. And it really helped me with a lot of things that were going on in my life at the time, at any given time that I was going up there. I was going up there for about 10 years, and I'm a mom now, so I don't have time to myself anymore to go do that. But it is nice to see, like for me, I'll come outside, and that is a change of scenery from where I usually write. So I try and find ways myself to kind of escape at home, so, we have a lot going on here at our little farm, and so I don't get the chance really to run away and go do that. But when I did get the chance to, it really changed and broadened my inner being, I guess, you know. Um, I used to love watching those trains go by, you know, and I still do. And it's not just the train itself that I enjoy. I like seeing the graffiti on the train cars. You know, I just love watching trains go by. Even now, to this day, you know, we get stopped at a railroad crossing and I'm like fascinated by this giant piece of machinery that's just chugging along and carrying, you know, thousands and millions of tons of whatever, you know, cars and coal and grain and you name it. And it's on a train, you know? And I just always found them really fascinating. And if you're a writer of any sort and you've taken any kind of creative writing class or read any kind of books at all or have any kind of a brain, you would know that people watching and going out and writing in public places really is really beneficial to your writing career and character development and stuff like that. And that's fun too. I love to people watch. I love to go places where people don't know I'm watching. Like I'm a creep, you know, like a creeper. And I'll sit in my car in the parking lot and like watch somebody load groceries in their car. I'm just weird, you know. I love to watch people. I love to watch people in their candid moments. And I would like to write about that stuff too, you know. But I think you should go somewhere where you would like, somewhere where you can really focus and somewhere where you can not feel any pressure. If you feel okay going to Starbucks, go to Starbucks. If you don't like feeling like there's people watching you all the time, go to a park, you know. My journal right now is huge. Like, my next journal is going to have to be cut back a little. So my next journal I'll probably take with me, like when we go to the park and stuff, and I'll sit at the picnic tables while the kids are playing, and I'll you know, get some writing done, and maybe that'll be helpful to me too. But I'm not, sorry, the light on my phone keeps changing. You know, I can't just go out, but I'll tell you, I'd fill up books, you know, just composition book after composition book of anything you can think of. You know, my mom has boxes of journals from when I was a teenager and a young adult, and a lot of them are from those days, are from those nights that I'd be sitting at those train tracks. At the time I smoked, you know, I'd be sitting there chain smoking, watching the trains go by, sometimes till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, you know? And that was like so ideal for me. That was just so perfect. It just worked out so well, and it was the exact piece I needed. Hey, look, there's a little itty bitty spider on my scissors that I just used to cut my grapevines. I got all kinds of wildlife living in these rotten grapes. It was exactly what I needed at that time in my life, was to have a place that really made me feel more creative, I guess, and more in touch and in tune with who I am, and more comfortable to be able to express things in different ways and see things in different lights and, you know, find new people within myself. And I think it could be really helpful to anybody that writes or you know, artists. If you write or if you art, I think it would help you. You know, going somewhere new. I mean, I know a lot of people who paint and sketch landscape and buildings and structures. They go new places anyway. But I'm talking about if you go somewhere and you paint for yourself, and you take a place and you see it through a different set of eyes, you know, something different than you might normally see it through. Find a place that inspires you, or make places that inspire you. Like I sit out here on my porch and I write, or, you know, I will, I have a chair set up out back that I'll sit out by the wood line, you know, and just look into the woods. It's just magical to me to look into woods, you know, to see in the trees and in the darkness where there's no sun. You know, that's magical. It's mystical to me. I have a whole board that I dedicated on my Pinterest, and it's called Green. And all it is mystical looking foresty places. And I just love it. I just love it. So try it. Go somewhere. Get the F out of your house. Go sit down someplace, any place. Be inspired by a new setting. Be inspired by a change of scenery. It's vacation season. Get out there on that beach. Sit out on that nice porch. You know, trek into the mountains and sit down on a damn rock. This is my, you know, this is like really, you've got the, can you feel all that? Can you feel it? I'm finally outside for 5 seconds without the kids, and that's where the excitement is coming from. But anyway, I love you all, you know, and get creative. Try something new. Go somewhere new. Start small. Start in your own backyard if you want, if you've never done that. You know, just change the scenery of where you're normally writing or arting, and fall in love with the art all over again. I love you all. Ta-ta for now.